So tonight I'm getting ready. I just got done cooking, so I have to clean up, but I had tacos. But tonight is date night. I'm getting ready to go to the club. I'm waiting on the makeup artist to come to hook me up. But I definitely wanted to try to record a video for this. I guess this is a get ready with me home video because I'm actually going to be recording everything myself from my phone. Actually getting ready, my makeup, and I'm actually going to the club. So I'll record all the way up until I get in the club and let you guys see it. There's my date. He ate tacos too. But let's see how this comes out. So tonight is Luci's birthday party. It is at the Libra. This used to be called Club Chocolate, and this is literally the club that made me move to Atlanta. When I was 18 years old, we came here and we partied till maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. When we got out the club, nobody got a shot. I couldn't believe it. But it's in a flea market parking lot, and the parking lot is huge.
Nigga, don't play, you will lose. You probably couldn't walk a mile in them. Nigga, do you know how much you pay for these shoes? Yeah, I was raised in the zoo. A nigga never played by the rules. So nigga try to play me back in high school. Yeah, I fucked around and made the news. I never been a sucker. She sucked me so good that I think I love her. These niggas injured, they gon' need to
We made it out alive. We gotta go.
Oh, right here with these little ass dread with the scar with the white jacket on.
Let me get up out of this motherfucker.
Oh, y'all going? Yeah, y'all want the food?
Nah.
Alright.
We ain't dying for no goddamn food. So we are home now. With my boyfriend, he's so fine. Say hi.
What's happening?
Come on. So we are in the house, and I have to take off all this damn makeup. That's my sweet baby boo. Say hi to my YouTubers.
What's up, YouTubers?
I mean my subbies. Say hey subbies. Or hey.
What's
Never
up,
mind.
subbies?
So tonight was amazing. I can't believe I got to go back to Club Chocolate, aka what's the Libra now, but I can't believe I was back there. I felt like it was my very first time. I want to tell you guys about the first time I visited Atlanta. It's literally the reason why I live here. So 11 years ago, I came down here for my family reunion with my grandmother. She let me and my friends drive from Detroit to Atlanta to come. So it's probably 4 or 5 of us that came. And so we drove down to Atlanta. So we didn't really know, where to go or what to do, because the only thing we knew about Atlanta was what we heard in rap songs. So that's it. So at the time, the most popping song was Shake That Ass, Shake That Ass, that Jeezy was out, and one of the Ludacris songs. But needless to say, so when we first got here, we went to the underground station because that was the thing that you heard about. If you go to Atlanta, you have to go to the underground station. So we went to the underground station, and so we asked where do you go out? What's to do? We was only 18, so we had to figure out something that was 18 and up. So we was in the underground station, and they was oh, you gotta go to Club Chocolate. So we cut on our radio, and so we just listened to the radio. So on the radio, of course, they make everything so hype. The radio audio was meet us at Club Chocolate. Club Chocolate is going down. Infamous Saturdays is going down. It's going down. Or Infamous Fridays, whatever day it was. It was either Friday or Saturday. Let me stop you guys right there. I'm from Detroit. So So Detroit, the clubs close at 2 o'clock. So by 1:40, the lights come on. And you know what I mean? They stop serving alcohol at 1:30. And you don't want to leave, or you don't want to be outside when the big rush comes out, because it's always a fight, a shooting. Something crazy always happens. So you always kind of want to leave. When they say last call in Detroit, it's time to go home. So we decided, okay, so that's Detroit. So this is my mindset when I come. I'm used to leaving the club around 1:30, 1:35. We're in Atlanta, so we're going to Club Chocolate. So of course we get to the club hecka early. Like we get there like maybe like 11:15 p.m. We had no idea. When I say no idea, we had absolutely no idea that this club closed at 6 a.m. But so we thinking it closed at like 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. So we get there, and in Georgia, their clubs is in like shopping centers. Like in Detroit, most of our clubs are like freestanding clubs or buildings. So just imagine pulling up to like a big flea market, because Club Libra is next. Club Chocolate is next to the flea market. So it's a big ass, like, big Walmart parking lot full of cars. So we get there, I'm like, how many people can actually fit in this club? I'm thinking to myself, like, walking in, like, I know somebody's gonna get shot tonight. Like, this is too many people in one place for it not to be some bullshit afterwards. So it's dead summer. It's like July 2005. There's no air conditioning inside this club. It's like these big ass industrial fans on each side of the club, right? So, but they playing like all this hype crunk, you know what I mean, Lil Jon crunk music. So like we in there, we sweating. I'm talking about drenched, sweating, dancing. We, you know what I mean, drinking. We having a bomb time. I'm talking about like a bomb time. So like, you know, have you ever been somewhere and you be like, damn, what time is it? It gotta be time to go. You know what I mean? We look up, it was like 3:30. I'm like, what time does this club close? So they're like, oh no, we don't close until 6 a.m. So I did like basically a whole work shift inside the club. But no, it was so cool. We was just like dancing. We was having so much fun. So then we meet these guys. So like on our way out the club, we meet these guys. One guy name was Polo, and I cannot remember the other guy name. So we meet these guys walking out. They was like, do y'all want to go eat? Y'all want to go to IHOP? So we like, okay. But let me freeze the amazement on my face walking out of that club at like 5:30 in the morning, where it's like hundreds or thousands of people, and it wasn't one argument, one fight, one gunshot. I was just like, kind of like, where am I? Like, I must be in heaven. Needless to say, we go eat with these guys. It's like probably like 10 of us. It's the 2 guys plus his homeboys that he told to meet, and then it was us. It was like 4 or 5 of us. So we eating, we having a great time. So Polo says, or was it the other guy? I can't remember. One of them said, my dad's retirement or birthday party is tomorrow. You guys should come. So we like, okay. So we finally, once we leave IHOP, we was like, you know, we'll call y'all when we wake up. So we went home. Now, mind you, I was here for a family reunion. I was really supposed to be doing family reunion function stuff during the day and only hanging out at night. But since we got home basically Saturday morning at like 9 o'clock in the morning, I slept the whole entire day until probably like maybe like 3 or 4 o'clock. And then of course we went to Lennox because that was in the rap songs. So we went to Lennox, and Lennox for me was like one of my biggest inspirations. Like I had never in my life seen like African Americans driving like Bentleys, Lamborghinis, Range Rovers, Benzes. Like it was just like they were just passing them out, you know what I mean, at your nearest candy store. So like I was just amazed to see like so many minorities doing so well, to be so young and functioning in the city, like that just blew my mind. Like I was just like, yo, to me, like Atlanta was like the land of opportunity. Walking into Lenox Mall, I'm like, yo, peace Detroit. I'm out of here. Like I gotta go. Like whatever they doing in Atlanta, I need to go see about that. So then once we left Lenox, we went to this party, to the guy's dad's retirement party. Now let me paint the scene. They lived off of Panola Road, which is like the east side of Atlanta, but Panola Road has like these big ass like mansions, houses I had never seen before. Especially like, you know, the whole block is owned by African Americans or minorities. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. So when we get there, I was looking like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I was like, the hell? So we go to this party. Party is live. I'm talking about these old people is having the time of their life. They got strippers. It's all kinds of stuff actually going on at this party. So like we having a great time. So we stay at the party until probably like maybe like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And then we go back to our hotel. Now mind you, they stayed on the east side. We was kind of like on the north side or like in Cobb, whatever I call Cobb the north side, but I don't know. We was in Cobb County. And so that was like an hour away from where we was at because I was all the way on the east side. So we left the party. And so Sunday when we was driving home, I kept saying, I said, yo, I'm moving to Atlanta. So this is July 2005. I'm like, yo, I'm moving to Atlanta. And so my friends is cracking up laughing because, like, you know, I was raised by my grandmother. And if you was ever raised by your grandmother, you know your grandmother does absolutely everything for you. Like, my grandmother cooked for me. She cleaned for me. She washed my clothes. She folded my clothes. She, like, treated me like a little tiny baby my whole life. So the whole ride home, I said, yo, I'm moving to Atlanta. Now, mind you, I didn't know not one person in Atlanta. The only places I had ever been in Atlanta was I had been to Gladys Knights, the Underground Station, Lenox, Club Chocolate, IHOP, and that was it. And I had rode the MARTA, because we caught the MARTA bus from, I think, like, Underground Station to Lenox or something like that. I didn't know a soul here, but I was so sold on a lifestyle that, you know what I mean, young people was living out here, that I was just like, my chances of success, the ratio is just higher. It has to be higher. You know what I mean? Like, I have a better chance. This is how I felt. Not saying that I couldn't succeed in Detroit, because I probably could and would. I'm just saying that I thought that the chances of me actually succeeding was far greater in Atlanta than it was in Detroit. So I'm like, I'm out of here. So the whole ride, I'm like, I'm leaving. All my friends and stuff is like, you know, girl, you're not going nowhere. You don't even know nobody in Atlanta to leave. And I'm like, so what? I'm out of here. So from that day on, I decided I was leaving to move to Atlanta. So I ended up getting 2 jobs. I actually dropped out of school. This is my first time dropping out of school, because I've probably dropped out of school at least 5 times in my whole entire life. I know, right? I had dropped out of school, out of college. I was going to community college. It wasn't that big of a deal. I got 2 jobs, and then I had a boyfriend, and I told him that I still had to go to school, so he still like gave me money for my tuition, which is only like $1,500. But instead of actually going to school, I just kept the money because I was moving. I was out of there. I saved up $5,000 or something like that, and I found an apartment, and so I saved up the money to actually, because I was out of there. I found me an apartment. It was $500. I'm out of there. Like, out of there. Right after the new year, I broke my bed down, like in my room. Every day I came home, I would bring home like a different U-Haul box. And every day I came home with a different U-Haul box. My grandmother, she would just be laughing. Like, I could hear her chuckling every time, every single day, because nobody thought I was leaving. Like, they was like, she doesn't know anybody. She's a spoiled brat. There's no way she's out of here. I'm like, I'm out of here. And so then January 1st, I broke my bed down. Mind you, I wasn't leaving until February. I broke my bed down. I bought all my stuff from Walmart. Like I was ready. I was ready to blow that joint. And so the day before I left, I called my dad, my sweet dad. I called my daddy and I was like, yo, could you drive me to Atlanta? He was like, what? I said, yeah, could you drive me to Atlanta? He said, when you going to Atlanta? I said, I told you I was moving to Atlanta. He said, "Oh, I didn't even take you serious." I said, "Dad, I'm like, yo, could you drive me to Atlanta?" He like, "When are you going to Atlanta?" I said, "Tomorrow." He was like, "Yeah," and he came the next morning, helped me load up. I didn't actually have like a U-Haul truck. I had my auntie's van. I had my car, which was a Mercury Sable, and I had the hook on U-Haul thing, and we filled it up with everything that I owned, and I moved to Atlanta, and I moved to the ghetto. I was in that ghetto. $500 that I can almost guarantee you're going to be in a hood or a neighborhood that is probably very unsafe, and that is probably infested with bugs, rodents, and whatever else that comes with. But me being 18, I didn't realize that's what that meant. I thought that meant that, oh, it is cheaper to live in the South, and I will find me an affordable, place to live. Like, I'm thinking like, oh, this is a piece of cake. Honey, when we pulled up, now, first of all, let me tell you, the apartment that I got was on South Harrison Road. Yeah, it's off of 78. Like, when we pulled up to the complex, let me just paint the scene for you. You pull up to the complex, right? I go into the leasing office, I get my key. So then the leasing office is in the front. Okay. So it's red dirt everywhere. So let me paint this scene for you. So once I get my key and we drive back to where my apartment is, there's 4 guys outside. They had like those Impalas that the police used to drive. And the Crown Vics, they was not Impalas, they were Crown Vics. They had a barbecue grill. They were grilling outside. Mind you, I moved to Atlanta February 2006. So from the time that I left Georgia for my first visit, which was July 2005, I moved February 2006. So maybe like 5 months later. We get to the apartment. The apartment is like, it's not like new and modern, but it's not like, ghetto. It's like, it's livable. So I think. So I'll never forget. So the apartment wasn't that ghetto, like in the inside as it was on the outside. Because I told you they was cooking, they was outsiders drinking 40s, like the 40s with the bags still on, like you see in the movies. So we unpacked, we spent all day like going to Walmart to get like anything that we forgot. You know what I mean? You know how you move into somewhere new that, you think you got everything possible, and then you get home and you don't have like the main thing that you actually need to survive. So we get home, we we set up my room, we set up my bathroom, we set up the kitchen, put food in the refrigerator. So we chilling in the bed. A roach rolled by. I'm like, what the fuck? Another roach rolled by. I'm like, yo. So we go down. So then I'm trying to like thinking like maybe like I'm hallucinating. So then my friend Danielle, she goes downstairs and she starts screaming, ah! Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know what I mean? And she like, it's a roach, it's a roach. Like, first of all, how embarrassing is that? You know what I mean? You just moved to this place and, you know what I mean? Your friends screaming out loud, it's a roach. It's embarrassing. So, but that's not even the good part. So so we ended up having to go to sleep. We put like tissues in our ears because he thought the roaches was going to try to get inside of our bodies. I don't know. So we put tissue inside of our ear. And so we go to the leasing office. And when we go to the leasing office, I tell her, like, we seen some roaches, and could we have, like, an exterminator come? She was like, exterminator? The lady hands me a bomb. Do you know what a bomb is? Like a roach bomb? I'm like, y'all don't have, like, this is not a minute problem that's going on inside of my apartment. Like, you guys have an infestation. If you have bombs in your leasing office, I'm in the wrong place. So then I told her, like, I can't do roaches. Like, I need to be let out of my lease. So thank God she did let us out of our lease. She did keep our deposit, but the deposit was nothing but $99. And I honestly think she pocketed that $99. But hey, who am I? I was just glad that I was out the lease and I didn't have to pay to actually break the lease. So then we ended up looking for an apartment back by where our original hotel was when we came to Georgia in July. So we ended up, me and my friend who moved down here, we ended up getting an apartment in Georgia. And I'll never forget that I didn't know anybody here. I didn't even know how to get around. Like, I used to literally get around with MapQuest printout papers, because it didn't have like Google MapQuest on your phone. So you used to have to go on MapQuest and like print out how to get around. So in my back seat, it used to be all these printables on how to get to. Only place I would go to was to the mall. So Stonecrest, Lenox, and Perimeter, because I didn't have a job, I wasn't in school. And so then probably like 1 week being here, I'm like, yo, I gotta get a job. And so like I was at Lenox Mall and I seen like this restaurant called Bucket Shop Cafe, and I just walked down, and so I started working there, and I only lasted for like 6 months, but I was waitressing and I made good money. But that's how I ended up in Atlanta, and that's the significance of me being so hyped to go to Club Libre today, because that was literally the first club I went to when I decided to move to Atlanta. And I can honestly say moving to Atlanta was the best decision that I've made in my whole entire life. So thank you for listening to my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It basically sums up why I am a Georgia Peach and how I got here. And this all happened 11 years ago. So I literally been living in Atlanta for 11 years. This month makes 11 years in Atlanta. So if you like this video, please like, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys. Till next time.